Some people say, never give up, but they don't see what you see. They don't see you staying up late after work, studying one more chapter, rewriting one more CV, fixing one more line of code, recording one more video, starting over again and again. They only see the result. You live through the process. Maybe you know this feeling. You are not lazy. You are not doing nothing. You are trying so hard. But the result is still quiet. Your friends move forward. Someone else gets the job. Another creator's channel grows. Your life feels like it is stuck on the same difficult level. And after the 100th try, a small voice inside whispers, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe this dream is not for me. If that is where you are tonight, this video is for you. I don't want to shout big words like success or never quit at you. You've heard those before. You don't need more noise. I just want to sit with you for a few minutes and tell you a quiet story about a man who failed not 10 times, not 100 times, but thousands of times. A man who was told his ideas were foolish, that he was wasting time and money, that it would never work. You know his invention. You see it every night when you turn on the light, but before that simple click, there were years of darkness. This is Thomas Edison, and what you're about to hear is not a perfect history lesson, but a soft retelling of his struggle so that your heart can feel understood and maybe gently find the courage to try. One more time. Let's go back more than 100 years to a quiet laboratory filled with tools, wires, and glass. It is late at night. Most people are sleeping, but inside this room, a man is still awake. His name is Thomas Edison. On the table in front of him, there are many broken bulbs. Some are cracked, some are burned black inside, some look perfect, but die after only a few seconds of light. Next to the glass, there is a notebook. On many pages, the same simple words appear. Did not work. Too hot. Burned too fast. Failed again. He closes his eyes for a moment. His back hurts. His fingers are tired. There is dust on his clothes and dark circles under his eyes. People outside this room think they know his story. Some say he is a genius. Others say he is crazy, wasting money and time. But no one fully feels what he feels in this moment. The mix of hope and exhaustion. The fear that maybe, after all of this, it still will not work. Maybe you know that feeling too. You have your own lab. Even if it is not full of glass and wires, maybe it is a small desk with books, a laptop with your project, a phone with your unfinished ideas. You also have your own quiet notebook in your mind, with many lines that feel like did not pass the test. Application rejected. No reply. Video got no views. Failed again. Edison looks at his table. He thinks about the money already spent, the people he must pay, the time already used. He thinks about the people who are waiting to see if he can really do this, and the people who are waiting to say, see, I told you it was impossible. For a moment, the thought comes, maybe they are right. Maybe this is too much. Maybe I should stop. This thought is not loud, but it is heavy. It is the same thought that sometimes sits on your chest after many tries with no result, but then another thought answers. Edison looks at his notebook again. He sees the long list of failures, and he suddenly feels something different. These lines are not just proof that he is bad, they are also proof that he has learned many things. Each no has taught him one more way that does not work. Each broken bulb has closed one wrong door. He says to a helper one day, in simple words, I have not only failed, I have found many ways that will not work. That means I am closer to the way that will. It is not a big, shiny motivational speech. It is just a different way to look at the same pain. Maybe you also need this different way. Maybe your failures are not the end, but a list of doors you never have to open again, a map of places you never have to get lost in twice. Back in the lab, the night continues. Edison could walk away. No one would stop him. If he closed the notebook, turned off the lamp, and said, "Enough." He is tired enough to do that. He has reasons, real reasons. But instead, he does something very small. He turns one more page, takes a deep breath, and writes down a new idea to test. Not 10 new ideas, just one. A different material for the filament, a small change in the design, another adjustment to the air inside the bulb. It is not dramatic. There is no music. No one is clapping. It is just a man who decides, after thousands of tries, to try once more. He and his team prepare the bulb. They fix the thin filament inside. They seal the glass. They connect the wires. His hands move slowly, carefully. He knows this might fail, too. He has seen failure many times already. Still, he finishes the work. He stands back. He connects the power. For a second, nothing. Then the filament begins to glow. Soft at first, like a shy candle in a big dark room. Edison watches. 10 seconds, 20, 30. He waits for the usual end, for the flash, for the population, for the darkness. But this time, the light stays. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5. The room is still quiet, but something important has changed. A very small sun is burning inside that thin line of material, and it does not die. The people in the lab look at each other. No one dares to speak. They just stare at the light, afraid that if they move, it will disappear. Later, many books will talk about this moment. They will talk about the invention, the patents, the business, the success. But inside this room, it is simpler than that. It is the moment when one more try becomes the difference between a world that stays dark and a world that can choose light. And here is something important. When people talk about Thomas Edison today, they often talk about his success. They say, he invented the light bulb, but they skip over all the quiet nights of failure that made that one success possible. It is the same with you. People may only see you. When something finally works, they may see the certificate, the promotion, the finished channel, the happy photo. They will not see all the nights you almost gave up, all the times you cried in private, all the times you opened your notebook and saw another did not work. That part of the story is between you and your own heart. So if you are in the middle of that part now, if you are standing in your own dark lab, surrounded by plans that did not work, please remember this. You are not behind. You are not useless. You are not alone. You are just standing in the same place where every person who ever did something meaningful had to stand, between I want to stop and I will try one more time. You do not have to be as famous as Edison. You do not need 1,000 experiments. You do not need to force yourself to smile. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to rest. But when your heart is ready, maybe you can do what he did. Turn one more page. Write down one more idea. Take one more small step towards the thing that matters to you. Maybe your light bulb is not a real lamp. Maybe it is a poem, a small business, a language you are learning, a dream you keep in a quiet part of your mind. The world may not understand it yet. The world may call it a waste of time. But if it keeps shining inside you, even when everything outside feels dark, it is worth one more try. So for now, you don't have to promise, "I'll never give up." Just whisper something softer. "I will rest. And then, when I can, I will try one more time."